glasses on, so I truly have no idea what this even looks like. I feel like this candle shouldn't have black smoke coming off of it. Hi friends, it's Sasha. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just chopped my hair again. My curls are like, well, Brennan's sister cut it for me and curled it last night, but they're kind of like falling out, or I feel like it just has like this weird wave right here, and like that's it. I think it looks cuter earlier, but I still, I love it so much. I have no regrets whatsoever. My hair honestly hasn't been this short. The one time I remember it being like shoulder length short was my 3rd grade school picture. So that would have been, how old are you in the 3rd grade? 8 years old. So that would have been the year 2000. Wow, I said 2001 in my post earlier. It was actually 2000. Almost 2001, because you know, it's like fall 2000. I almost said 2020. But I thought I could do like a little cozy in-bed sesh with you guys and just answer some questions. I actually asked for questions over on my Instagram story, and I've done this before. I've done questions that I've answered in videos on my Instagram story, just like random questions people have, you know, and these are like the best questions I've ever gotten. There's just some really, really good ones in here, just like random fun ones, and then ones that have to do with weed, ones that have to do with life. So there are some really, really good ones in here. I screenshot probably over 20 of them. So I'm just kind of gonna go through and smoke some bowls with you guys and answer some questions. Oh my god, this is so funny. Someone goes, do you know how much younger you look with your shorter hair? I've been getting half and half. Some people I look more mature and older. They said it gives me a mom vibe. And then other people are saying that I look younger. Alright, first things first, I think I should grind up some weed and pack my bowl. I have a nug of Mac 1. That is gorgeous. I've had it for at least 3 or 4 days, and I've just been holding on to it because it's just so pretty, and I wanted to get a nice like picture of it in the natural daylight. I'll put the picture on screen right here because I did get a nice picture today finally, but well, you guys are seeing what it looks like up close in the picture, so I don't need to show you close up on the camera, but I've been saving it for that, and I think it's time for me to start breaking down this nug. I have a really bad habit of not wanting things to end, in a sense, I guess. Like, it's really good weed, so like I want to save it, but then I end up like waiting too long, and then like it's not as fresh as it was when I first got it. It's like a little drier or something like that, and I gotta enjoy the great weed when it's in its prime, which is like as soon as I get it. Oh, I'm so excited to smoke this. We had a joint of this at my friend Lala's house, and I felt so good afterwards. I just felt so calm and relaxed. I feel like lately, if I smoke too much, or especially when I smoke not in my home, like in my safe space, I sometimes get a little bit anxious, and I felt amazing after that. Yum. How much space is left on this? 3 minutes. How did I know? Oh my god, I'm so glad I thought to check how much time was remaining on this memory card before I like settled into my smoke sesh. Let me see, how much do we have now? Okay, now we have 2 hours. Before I had 3 minutes. I think this might be my first hit of the day. No, I took a hit out of a dry herb vaporizer earlier. Ooh, that noise. I took a hit out of a dry vape herb. I just almost said dry vape herbalizer. I took a hit out of a dry herb vaporizer earlier, but it is 8:05 p.m. and this is my first bong rip of the day. So cheers, thank you so much for just clicking on this video and wanting to see what I have to say. I appreciate you guys so much. If you're not following my other socials, would love to have you over there if you want to, of course, no pressure or anything. I do live streaming on Twitch 5 days a week. I'm Sasha Hippie on Twitch. My off days are Mondays and Saturdays, so I don't stream on those days. I'm also Silence Tippy on Instagram and Twitter. I have a non-weedy Instagram that's Sasha Hippie, and then I have a non-weedy YouTube channel that's SashaLee, no space in between Sasha and Lee. And I'm annoying. I have so many freaking platforms. I'm so sorry. But cheers, thanks for being here. Okay, let's start off with this one. This question says, what is one thing that truly helps you cope with your anxiety? In the moment when I am, oh my god, the smoke looks so pretty. There must not be any airflow in here because it's just like blanketed. Sorry, oh my god, I'm so sorry. But in the moment when I am feeling extremely anxious, when I am like having an anxiety attack, a panic attack, I just like feel it coming on, something I have learned that helps me like, oh my god, it's like night and day, is taking an ice pack or a cold water bottle and putting it right in between like my boobs, basically, like putting it right in the center of my chest, and then also putting one on like the back of my neck can also help. You know, if you have two, like doing that can really help, or like going back and forth between them. It's so funny because I've done that for a while now, and I saw a TikTok that said I forget exactly what it's called, but there's a nerve that's like right here in your chest, and something about having that like cooling aspect on it can really help just calm people down. I don't know, it's something that has really helped me in the moment, and it's just crazy that like there's, I guess, a science to it. Some other random things, stretching can help me just get some of that like anxiety adrenaline out of me, making sure I'm hydrated, trying to eat a little bit, getting fresh air, especially if it's like cool fresh air. Like this time of year, if I feel anxious, I can step outside for a moment because it's like 30 degrees out, and I feel like taking a few deep breaths can really help with that. Telling a friend that you're anxious, if you have a safe space that you can kind of just speak to someone and be like, hey, like I just need to say it out loud that I'm anxious, just like going through it right now. If you have a second to chat and distract me, that would be great. If not, like no pressure. I try not to put pressure on people because everyone's got their own stuff going on. Also, sometimes I will play Sudoku. That helps just like distract me as well. I feel like I'm being a big hand talker right now. Are you an emotional support water bottle gal or a water cup gal? I would say both, honestly. When I'm home, I got a mason jar or my Silence Tippy cups from 420 Science. They're like can-shaped glass cups. It's either a mason jar or that I have water in. But when I am going somewhere, if I'm just going to my P.O. box, I literally went today, I had to take a water bottle with me because I just like, I need to be able to take a sip of water when I want to. I think that also has to do with like the anxiety thing of just like drinking some water, especially like cold water, can help calm me down. So I like just like having that accessible at all times. Why am I talking with my hands so much? Is it because I'm laying down like this? Like, what is it? Oh my god, this one I thought was so funny. Hi, Sansa. Oh, I don't want you to sit on me because I'm smoking right now. I have to do this so she doesn't. Has the foot community made you rethink what you post/wear when you are uploading? Yes. 110% yes. For the most part, some days I like don't care as much, but like for the most part, I don't really show my feet. Like, no toes. I had an experience where it was actually me and Joya from Two Girls One Bong. Someone made an Instagram page and had taken screenshots of both of our feet from Snapchat stories, Instagram stories, old videos, and it was just an entire feed of our feet. It was a feet feed. And that day traumatized me, and ever since, like, if my feet are in a picture, like, on my story, I'll, like, scribble them out. If someone's taking pictures of me, I'm like, don't get my feet in that. Like, I had my friend Tori help me with a photo shoot one time, and I was like, honestly, like, don't get my feet in these, and I had to explain it to her, and she was like, heard, understood, got it. So that's definitely a thing. That's definitely a thing I've had to become aware of. Someone asked what my favorite book is. I've talked about this on my Twitch streams. So wait, I don't know why I keep like sitting up. I'm trying to be comfy, cozy. I've talked about this much times on my Twitch streams, but my favorite book is called I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. And I read it like 3 years ago now, and I want to read it again, but I feel like I should wait another year or two so like it's further back in my memory. I just remember that book giving me like butterflies, like that tingly feeling in your chest. That's like a high that I feel like I search for. And I don't think any book has given me like that high of a book high. But some other ones that have come close. Recently I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and then I forgot what the artist, is it Taylor Jenkins Reid's? Something like that. I think that's her name. And then they also have a book called Daisy Jones and the Six. Those two books, like, I have a problem. When I like a book, I will pull an all-nighter to read it. Like, I will just read the entire book in essentially one sitting. And that's exactly what I did with The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I was up until 11 a.m. I didn't go to bed at all because I just wanted to finish the book. So good, so good. Ooh, someone asked, would you ever sell pictures from like your photo shoots as posters? And I would maybe do that. If you think that's a good idea, definitely comment down below and let me know. And if you have any examples of like pictures you would like that for, definitely let me know. Like, I feel like I was just saying this in a sense to Brendan earlier, that sometimes I feel like I hold myself back because I'm just like a random ass person. Like, no one wants that from me. Even like, I feel like I struggle with Patreon because I'm like, who want, like, there are people that want the extra content. There are people that care. Like, you guys watching this, like, you are a prime example of that. But in my brain, I guess it's imposter syndrome, I guess would be the right way to describe it. And just, I don't know, I just feel like that's not me. Like, someone wouldn't want that from me, but like people do, and I need to not underestimate that. So, any potential YouTube collabs coming up this year? The only ones I can really think of are ones with like my local friends, I would say. Like, my friend Lala is going to be starting a YouTube channel. She started the channel already, actually. We want to do collabs. We were talking and saying we should think of like video ideas where there's like, not maybe 2 parts to them. I mean, the videos could be completely different, but we should definitely think of ways that we can collab where we both get a video and like upload them at the same time, because that'll be like helpful for her to grow as like a new creator on this platform and everything. So that would be really cool. But I don't see myself like traveling to collab or anything like that. Ma'am, I don't want this. Okay, we'll cuddle for like 2 minutes. For like 2 minutes, and then you gotta go. We are definitely due for another hit. Perfect. I think Sansa's gonna go up to the window. Cheers. My blanket is definitely like too far down on the bed. Oh my god, this question was funny. Okay, would you rather switch your hands and your feet or have your elbows go the other way? And I think I would want my elbows to go the other way. I couldn't imagine not having thumbs, or like my thumbs being down there, essentially. I would want my thumbs accessible, for sure. So I think elbows going the other way wouldn't be too bad, because like you could even bring your arms in and then your elbows would go that way to like potentially grab stuff. I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't be, like, I could adapt to that. So this question, someone said, will you do a meet and greet in the near future? And I feel like I hesitate answering this question because I don't want it to come off as me, like, not appreciating my viewers, with just, like, my anxiety and even just, like, social anxiety that's grown over the pandemic. I'm not sure if I would be super comfortable hosting a meetup at like this point in time. I just feel like I would be very on edge and anxious, and I would never want to like not put my best foot forward when I am meeting people that have been supporting me potentially for like years and years. Like, I want that to be a good experience. And if I can't like ensure that, then I just feel like it's something that I shouldn't do right now. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I worded that okay. What's one dream you can always remember? I feel like this question could be interpreted in a couple different ways, but I do have a couple of dreams that I have remembered since I was a child. I specifically remember a dream of my dad at the front door of the house that they live in right now, opening up a bill, and in the dream, his eyes are like bursting out of his head like in a cartoon, where like the eyeballs are out here and like all the veins and stringies are like there, like, you know what I mean? He was going, $10,000, and it was just like bling, bling, and I remember that one. I also remember one where my cousin was over our house and there were these like weird tick things that like, there were giant ones. Like, there was one that was like bigger than my dad that was like locked in a closet. I remember it. And they were black, and then they would turn red, and then they would like die or whatever. And I just remember one being locked in the closet, and then, oh my god, this is fucking traumatizing. Oh my god. So those are ones from my childhood. Those are some dreams that I remember from my childhood. I'm trying to think if there's been any super significant ones recently. I do remember, and honestly, this was for sure over 5 years ago now, if not closer to 10 years ago, I had a dream that this street that I would always drive to my restaurant job. It's like this weird diagonal street that goes from like one point to the other, and there's a couple different like crossroads of like side streets in between. And I had a dream that there was a stop sign at one of those side streets. And for the longest time, I would drive down that street and be like, fuck, did I just miss a stop sign? Like, it confused me. And even to this day, almost every single time I drive down that street, I think about that dream. And I'm just like, there's not a stop sign here. That's right. Do you have any dreams you remember from when you were a child? I'd say the first two I talked about were from when I was like under 10 years old. Okay, I have two questions that I feel like are kind of related. One of them says, planning any work, travel, or vacations now that COVID restrictions are relaxing. And then someone else said, what are the possibilities of you teaming up with Secret Sesh Tim for a Secret Sesh event in the future? And Tim actually invited me to the Secret Sesh that was in October, December, something like that. Like, he made sure he reached out to me personally and invited me. And same thing with just like planning work, travel, or vacations. Something happened to me where flying just gives me like severe anxiety, and not just flying the day of like getting on a plane or anything like that. Like, a week prior to the trip, I will start getting like waking up super nauseous, and I will start having nightmares about just like getting to the airport and realizing I don't have my suitcase, or my suitcase is empty, or I'm taking an Uber and it says it's going to take 3 hours to get to the airport and my flight is in 20 minutes, getting denied at like customs, getting flights canceled. So many weird stress dreams revolving around that. And like, I haven't had that many bad experiences, to be honest. Like, I've never missed a flight. I've had a couple flights get canceled before, but I've never missed a flight. So I don't know if it's just like how I used to have restaurant nightmares. Now I have like, those are my new work nightmares, because those were kind of work trips. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see myself traveling by plane for a while. I'm not sure when I would do it again. I feel like I definitely wouldn't want it to be alone for my first time, and maybe, I guess it would depend where I was going. Like, maybe I could go visit my friends Rachel or Vehi or something. One lives in California, one lives in Vegas. So maybe if it was just like, I knew I was going to meet up with people that I like love and get along with and just like make me feel super comfortable and chill, like maybe I would feel better for that. I could also get, an anxiety medicine prescription, but I feel like the fact that it's like a week leading up to my trips, that makes it a little weird. I don't know. I don't really know. But at this point, the thoughts of booking a flight and going somewhere makes my heart rate increase. So right now, it's not the time for me. I'm just a fucking ball of anxiety, guys. I don't know what else to say besides that. Okay, someone asked, will you ever dye your hair? I love the new cut. Thank you so much. I don't think I would ever dye my hair, really. Like, not a full color, at least. I would consider getting like balayage or like peekaboo highlights that are like underneath your top like layer of hair or whatever. I've done that before, and I would maybe consider doing that, but I am way, way, way too lazy for the upkeep of having your hair dyed. If you, we were talking about it on my stream the other day, and some people go like every 4 to 6 weeks to get their hair touched up, and that's just not something I want to do. I also love my hair color. I love the way my hair feels. The times that I did have like peekaboo highlights, I felt like that part of my hair got very like stiff, and just it wasn't as like, it got tangled more easily. It just wasn't as soft as the rest of my hair, as my natural hair. So I don't know. Someone else asked, any more cats in the future? Do you want another sister? She does not want another sister. Oh my god, absolutely not. But I would consider it. I would get a third cat. Probably not in this apartment, but like when I buy a house and I have more space and stuff, I think I would consider it. Oh my god, I need some sort of chapstick. I have cotton mouth right now. Good thing we're next to my bed, so I have bed things. Then someone asked, any babies in your future? Eventually. I have no timestamp on that. Eventually. Someone said, do you sleep on the right or the left side of the bed? So if you're looking at a bed, I guess it would be the left side, but sitting in bed, I would say I'm on like the right side and Brendan's on the left side. But this is my side. And then in terms of sleeping, I sleep on my right side as well for the most part. Sometimes I sleep on my stomach, which is always bad because my back ends up hurting. And then occasionally I'll sleep on my left side. Are you looking forward to anything this year? Honestly, I'm looking forward, also nervous, but looking forward to turning 30 this year. I think my 30s are going to be just a great time in my life. I feel like I'm really figuring myself out lately and just putting myself first. Like I was talking about traveling before, and I was experiencing that severe anxiety for a very, very long time. And I would just like let people convince me to go on these crazy trips that were just very anxiety inducing for me as a person. And, like now I'm really just like learning how to prevent it and just like soothe it being anxiety when it does happen. And I'm really happy with that. I feel like I'm a much more, like overall more healthy person. And I have been getting like really into cooking when I had really bad anxiety, like I did since I was traveling basically every single month, if not more than once a month. A really big side effect of anxiety for me is nausea and just complete loss of appetite. I would literally be throwing up sick from anxiety, and the pandemic really is what kind of forced me to stay home and realize that I had control over that in a sense, you know, just that there were things that I could do in my life and for myself that would really help put me in a place where I don't have to wake up feeling awful every single day. That was my life for so long, so long. Almost every single day I woke up with severe anxiety and nausea. I wouldn't even have an appetite until like dinner time because I was so anxious. I would want to just like stay in bed because of it. It was so bad. So I'm really excited. Like I think my 30s are going to be really great, and I'm looking forward to turning 30 and just celebrating that. Ooh, someone said, although still new, how does it feel starting the addition of non-weedy content? So I've had my Sasha Hippie Instagram for a while. I've always been on and off consistent with it. I've been a little consistent with it lately. I've been taking some like outfit pictures, just like my hair and stuff when I got it done. And that doesn't feel too new, but I've made, I think, 2 new non-weedy YouTube videos, and I like it a lot. The first video was a vlog, just going down to Newport by the ocean and using like a whole roll of film and taking pictures. I loved filming that video, loved editing it. I've watched it like half a dozen times since I uploaded it. And then I just finished filming waking up at 7 a.m. for 7 days. And if you know me, you know how freaking crazy that is, because I usually go to bed at like 3, 4 in the morning, wake up at 11, and that's just my day. And the 7-day challenge ended yesterday, but today I actually woke up at 6:30. I went upstairs, was on the couch for a little bit, and then I fell asleep until 8, and then I was up for the day at 8. Even that's just like crazy. So I'm going to continue to try and keep getting up. I really love being, like I'm tired right now. I will probably start getting ready for bed in like around 9:30, 10 o'clock. I feel like I could go to bed even earlier tonight. And I'm just kind of excited to see how that goes. I'm gonna see what happens. It's more fun to wake up in the mornings when it's actually sunny out. We've had a couple of really gloomy days the last week, and those mornings I'm just like, ugh, why am I doing this? And then I feel like it'll be even more enjoyable when it is nice outside and I can like, you know, sometimes I'll make tea in the morning or make myself breakfast. I can go and take that outside on the deck and just like sit outside in the summer and eat my breakfast, and it'll be like so quiet because it'll be 7 in the morning and just like so like just still. I don't know if I'm gonna stick to 7 a.m. all the time. I thought about switching to 8, but I feel like between 7 and 8 is a solid spot. All right, we're opening the window back up, and then I'm gonna stand super close to you guys so I can try to exhale away from Sansa. Hello, this is my hair close up. Yeah, there's just like one single little wave in it right now. But, oh, and I have tinsel in my hair too. I keep forgetting about that. We added a few strands of tinsel because Brennan's sister wanted to just like practice it because she just bought some. Cheers. She just heard the heat kick on from upstairs, I think. Are you gonna go upstairs and sit by the window? There's like this one spot behind the couch that the heat just like blows out of that area. And she discovered that and loves it. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Did you like it? Probably a grasshopper. It just tasted salty. It was like seasoned, you know? Oh, someone said, how do you keep your pieces so clean? I clean my pieces every single day. Every single day. If I am about to hit a piece and it has not been cleaned within the last 24 hours, or pretty much since I woke up that day, even if it was within 24 hours, I clean it again. Especially when you're doing it like that, they clean so much faster. Like, I just use hot water for the most part, even on the bowl piece. I use hot water for the like joint of the bowl piece, and then hot water, and then usually a little paper towel to take out the remnants of the actual like resin in the bowl, and then just like hot water in the bong, a tiny bit of ISO alcohol, and then just like swish that around and rinse it out. And I feel like I use a lot less because of it too. But yeah, every day I'm cleaning it. Would you encourage someone to get into Twitch streaming? Oh my gosh, yes. I feel like I'm in a very unique situation because I started my Twitch channel the day after my YouTube channel was deleted back in 2018. So I had essentially thousands of people that were following me on other platforms, so they knew that my YouTube channel was down, and they really wanted to just like support me in whatever I was going to do to adapt to survive, and that ended up being Twitch. So it's so hard for me to like give people actual advice and talk about like the startup experience because mine was so, like, I guess unconventional would be the word. I was lucky in a sense. I mean, I just lost my platform with like 500,000 subscribers, but having that start was definitely a blessing in disguise for sure, because I immediately had people just like on board and ready to hang out on the live streams. It's an awesome platform. I know a lot of my followers who have started streaming on Twitch and have gotten Twitch affiliates, which means you can start making money. I think for Twitch affiliate, you have to have 100 followers. I think you have to have an average of 3 live viewers. You have to have streamed for 12 hours over a 30-day period, and then I think 7 different days over a 30-day period. And when you hit those 4 marks, you become affiliate, and then you can start making ad revenue. You can start getting subscribers, and then you can start getting bits donations as well. So yeah, I feel like I know a lot of my followers that have done that and that I've hit affiliate. Someone in my Animal Crossing Twitter group chat said that they just hit affiliate this past week. Shout out Kate if you're watching this. Congrats on affiliate. I'm gonna visit their Animal Crossing island sometime soon. I love the little communities that I've made within like the different games that I play. Like, I play Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, sometimes Mario Party. I used to play Fall Guys. I play a marbles game. So it's really cool to see the people that are like really into each game. I would definitely say to just like watch a variety of different people's streams so that you can kind of just like get a vibe for it. Watch people at like different view kind of levels. Watch people that have like no viewers. See how people really get started and how they kind of handle that kind of thing. Because it can feel really awkward when you're first starting out and you're kind of just having to talk to yourself, and there'll be like the occasional one person in there, and yeah, it's just something that you kind of got to get a little bit of a flow for, and just seeing a variety of different ways to handle that can be very helpful. Cheers. Are you considering getting any more tattoos? Probably not, honestly. Like, well, maybe like a small tattoo. So I thought about I always see TikTok videos of people doing this, but like asking both my mom and my dad to draw a heart and then getting them like on my wrists or something, like in the same spot. And my dad's left-handed and my mom's right-handed, so I'd get my dad's on my left and my mom's on my right. So I feel like I would maybe do that, but I just cannot handle pain at all. Like, I think I would pass out even from something like that small. So I don't really know. We'll see. Ooh, okay. I liked this question a lot. That just made me sit up. Someone said, do you ever feel pressure to have an aesthetic house? And yes, absolutely yes. There are so many times where I don't film or I really like curate my angle because it's like messy in the background. Like, I'm kind of a messy person, not a dirty person, but just a not super tidy, like, you know, there's sometimes just like piles of things around my house. And I think that's also because I always say this phrase, but I have 10 pounds of stuff in a 5-pound bag. So there's just stuff spilling out of drawers and just all over the place. So yeah, there are so many times where, like I said, I either don't film at all or I film from a very specific angle or just like super clean up like a certain area just so I can film. That's totally a thing. And my house is very old. I sometimes feel like the basement can be kind of like creepy. I guess like this angle is nice, but sometimes you see close up and you're just like, you see like a weird random hole and think about all the bugs that are in there. And but yeah, definitely a thing I've experienced. But I have so many people that tell me that especially my kitchen is really cozy, so that makes me really happy. I've had friends tell me that in person too. I remember my friend Delia saying, like, she came to my house for the first time in like a year, maybe even 2. It was the first time we hung out after the pandemic, and she was like, oh, I forgot, like, your house is so cozy, like it's just always so cozy to come in here. And I was like, I love that. Okay, I think this is gonna be my last question, and this one made me think for like a very long time, and there's probably more than one answer to this, but I'm just gonna go one certain way with it. But someone said, any regrets in regards to YouTube or just your social media presence in general? There's definitely so many things that I obviously would have done differently with what I know now. But kind of like what I mentioned earlier, I feel like I've held myself back many times because I just feel like people wouldn't want a certain thing, whether it be having done merch sooner or having been more consistent with Patreon and really like building that out. Certain collaborations, just feeling like not confident, so I just like never respond to the people. Like I feel like there are so many things that I probably could have done more, but I like held myself back. Of course, I have had so many cool opportunities that I have done and experienced and enjoyed and grown and learned from, but yeah, I don't know, there's just more that I feel like I've definitely let like anxiety and stuff get in the way of, and that's something that kind of just like bums you out when you think about it. Someone asked, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I definitely feel much better than I did at like the beginning of the year and even like late last year. We had a day last week that was 70 degrees and that got me very ready for spring, but now it's back to being like in the 30s and stuff, so that's just been tough. I feel like I cut my hair because I needed some sort of change almost. Like I just needed to do something before I lose my mind from waiting for spring, because it's the last day of February, so March is literally tomorrow. We'll be having just warmer weather eventually and some warmer days here and there as well, but it's tough. It's tough when winters last until, like, sometimes we get snow in April, you know, and I love having sunlight and being able to be outdoors more, even just if it's hanging out on my deck or gardening. Like that just brings me so much like joy and fulfillment. But I have really been liking waking up early. I think I'm gonna try and stick with it. When I was like almost through, I felt like I wasn't really feeling any different, and then literally on like day 7 I woke up like normal, and then that day I was able to fall asleep at like 10:30 at night, which is crazy for me. And I feel like that was the first day where I felt like, oh, I think my body's actually like really adjusting, because I never feel tired this early. Like sometimes I'll lay down and try to go to bed early, and then I'm like, nope, I'm not falling asleep for a couple of hours. Then I just get up and like go upstairs and either read or like do something and try to just like get tired. And yeah, it's been really nice. So I'm feeling pretty good right now. You know, always got our highs and lows, good days and bad days, but I am just happy to be like creating as much as I have been. I'm happy I spur of the moment kind of decided to do this video, and I'm really glad that I did. I feel like it's gonna be a long one, but I think I need to pack a new bowl. Let me do that really fast. Okay, thank you so much for staying until the end of this video. I appreciate that a real lot. Like I said earlier, if you would like to follow my other socials, I'll have all of those listed in the video description. And let me know what you'd like to see for another video in the near future. Oh, actually, I mentioned this in one of my little short videos that I post before my live streams on here. I mentioned that I want to do a video like cleaning out my bar carts. I think that needs to happen because it is a mess and it is just not serving any sort of purpose. So we should change that. But cheers. Thanks for being here. All right, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you in my next video. Stay high. Bye. All right, I have, you hope, what is wrong with me?